Okay, it's 1:30 in the morning and we're leaving Portland. Goodbye, Portland.
And all the times I've known you, you made me wanna be a better man. Come on, done. You tap me back, 'cause you stay strong, and I'm back, and I'm for now.
This is a video thing.
Yeah, is that okay?
Oh, that's fine. No, you're okay.
I'm sitting here with one of the audience members from tonight's show. I'm wearing the glasses so I can look more intelligent.
Yeah.
State Senator Bock from Idaho, and I'm honored that you came tonight. It's the eve of the election, and you seem very relaxed.
I've been working hard for the last 6 months, so I can take a day off. Yeah.
I like it. We were talking about the homeless problem with teens and teens aging out of foster care, and you raised an interesting point that you'd like to hear from Echo, my sister, who wrote,
Right.
Who's a board member, a founding board member of the Orange Duffel Bag Foundation. You said that you would like to hear what what kind of legislative things need to happen to help homeless teens. Do you have some thoughts that you were kind of thinking about?
Well, one of the things I think we need to do is look at increasing the age out from 18 to 21. Right now, foster kids become essentially adults at age 18, and they lose the support. They potentially lose a place to live, and something to extend that period of time until they're better able to take care of themselves would be really important.
Yeah, and my thought when we started talking about that was that you're dealing with a segment of the population that has been their growth has been stunted. Mm-hmm. So a child that has been has grown up in maybe a less than atmosphere.
Well, to give you an example, I mean, I had a couple of kids who are about to age out. They were from Mexico. They had been these are separate households. Both had been raped by relatives in their home, so not only were they essentially without parents, but they had abused in a very gross way, and one of them actually became pregnant as a result of this. But here you've got these kids who are especially vulnerable,
yeah,
who are then subjected to all of the risks of the world once they turn age 18, and then I think that we need to find ways in which we can extend that period of time so they can receive more help.
Yeah, I agree. They did that in Alaska. I understand from interviewing a lady up there in Wasilla that works with the teens. I understand that they just recently raised the age to 21.
No, if I could get a copy of that legislation, that would be great, because I mean I think that for people in Idaho, we don't like to see legislation from California. You know.
Right.
How
Yeah.
That goes. But getting legislation that comes out of Alaska would be more persuasive for some of our more conservative members of the legislature. So
right.
It would be nice to see that.
Yeah. Well, it makes a lot of sense. What would be the because you go, what's the reality of a child, a young lady who is in that situation at 18? What are the realities that they're facing here in Idaho?
If they're so blessed as to have a foster parent who is willing to take them on past age 18, then the realities may be okay, because they've got a place to live, and hopefully that foster parent will encourage them to stay in school until they can graduate. On the other hand, if you don't have that kind of situation where the foster parent loses the support money and then loses a place to live, what does the child do? And one other possibility is if this is somebody, so if this is a child who was brought into the country without papers, that child can be deported
Right.
back to Mexico or wherever it is, because they've been abused and have been foster kids doesn't mean they get to stay here.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty extreme end of the spectrum. Of course, you've got other kids, I'm sure, who are have no place to go.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to get you that legislation.
Yeah, and I'd love to talk to your sister, and perhaps we can coordinate on these issues a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a powerful thing when like-minded people get together and start discussing issues like this, and this particular issue can be like an invisible issue.
Well, it's definitely an issue that not many people are aware of, and I'm only particularly aware of it because of these two kids that I helped more or less on a pro bono basis to. They were able to actually become permanent residents because of some special provisions in the law, but they're the exception. I think that as to a lot of people, they just have no way of knowing what happens to these foster kids once they turn 18.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll try to put our heads together and figure something out with it.
Yeah, say hi to your sister.
I will.
And I hope I can talk to her soon.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you very much,
well,
Senator.
Thank you too.
Thank you.